are a strong person, so baby keep moving on. Don't let nobody stop your hustle, but put your potential stands up.
What's going on, Kim folk? It's your girl Lavender, your virtual life coach, and I thank you for joining me here on another video on LAVI program. Well, on this channel, we are manifesting realities one change at a time. For my new viewers as well as my returning viewers, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being here. We're gonna get into just a general read, see what's going on. I know it's Friday. I don't want to quite try to predict what's going to happen for the weekend, but more so just see what the messages is coming up for some of you regarding this weekend, okay? If you would please help the channel to grow by liking the video, commenting down below, all right? Sharing the video so that other people can hear the reading as well. Maybe there's a message in there for them, all right? Maybe they don't know about LAVI program, so this helps the channel to grow. Also, you can subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I greatly appreciate it if you do. Also, there is a QR code that is on your screen. If you would like to schedule your own personal reading, or if you would like to schedule a life coach session, that QR code will take you to everything LAVI program, all right? All right, let's go ahead and let's get into your read, all right? Spirit team, ancestors, universe, divine, I ask for clear and precise messages for the collective. Let's see, what is their message for this upcoming weekend? What is the message for them? What is the message? All right, here we go, y'all. What is the message for the collective for this weekend? All right, first out, y'all, this is always good. New beginnings, all right? So it says, behind every closed door, a new beginning awaits. Seek new exits. So I don't know, some of you might have felt like some might have been blocked off. Maybe doors have been closed. I want to say in your face. So I'm not sure if you were pursuing something and it seemed like doors were being closed in your face, or just delays happening, nothing new changing, rinse and repeat type of thing. It looks like, there are some new beginnings that could be coming in for you. There's also, too, as a reminder that, for new beginnings to become presented to you, you have to get out of that same cycle of what's already been occurring. So step outside of it. That's why when it says seek new exit, I feel like that's what that means. There's been some type of cycle that you've been contributing to. And maybe there's time for self-reflection to see, well, in what way has this cycle not stopped for me, okay? What else for the collective? Okay, mental mastery. That's self-reflection, being honest with yourself, okay? It says you will master a skill that enhances your mental acuity and analytical abilities. Focus on skill refinement, excel, and execution. Now, this could be what some of you may be thinking about regarding how to turn something around or have this new beginning to come in for you. With this new beginning, though, that is going to be coming in, it looks like there are things that you're going to be mastering within your mind. Mental mastery, things that maybe at one point, like I said, doing self-reflection, asking yourself what ways you may be contributing, or how are things that are already in my life that may be contributing to these delays or this repeated cycle that's not changing for me, okay? Oh, well, I couldn't even start shuffling. Another one came out. We got support as your third card that came out, okay? It says, seek support during times of difficulty to enhance productivity. Don't bear the burden alone. Maybe some of you have been I feel like some people are afraid to ask for help for whatever reason. And I get it. We don't always trust people. Sometimes we feel like if people do help us, now they got ammunition for something they can throw in our face. I get it. I understand. But at the same time, if you know that you're struggling and there are some things that it's hard for you to balance and get back aligned for yourself, then you may need to ask for some type of support, because self-sabotage can also be not asking for support when you know that you need it, okay? So next is power play. All right. First thing that came to mind with this is lottery. So I don't know if some of you gamble or are going to be doing something regarding lottery this weekend, or if there is some type of lottery like process, because it doesn't always mean like the lottery where you win money. You got some time where lotteries for different programs, different institutions and schools and things of that matter. So there could be this. The first thing that popped in my head was about the lottery. So there may be some power play. But this card says, covertly manipulating the situation behind the scenes, guiding the course of events. Stay calm. All right. So there could be some type of power play that you all are going to be making here. And this power play, it looks like, it's going to be checkmate with a situation. Y'all see that? It's a game of chess. Y'all see how now it's checkmate? They about to topple that king over? Yeah, man. And even with saying king, this could be somebody of authority that now you checkmated. You know what I'm saying? But there's some type of power play where maybe someone of an authority in some type of way might have tried to diffuse something. Well, not diffuse, confuse something or get in the way of some type of thing that you may have been trying to pursue here. But it looks like you need to stay calm with this. Make your move, but stay calm. It's like, I feel like this is a reminder that you are everything that you already need, for this new beginning that's coming in. But you just got to make sure you're reframing your mental here, that with that mental mastery, asking for support when you need it, and then making your move. All right. Let's get one more for the collective. Let me get one more. One more for the collective. All right. Lastly, y'all, we have sleep or stumble. All right, so this one says, without sufficient rest, you might falter at the next critical juncture. Choose sleep, sidestep regret. So basically, don't ponder over something, okay? It's like, don't lose sleep behind something at all. Sidestep any regrets that you have about things, because at the same time, even in self-reflection, if you realize, hey, there's somewhere I contributed to something not going right, but don't live in regret. Don't lose sleep over it from beating yourself up about it, okay? Instead, get the rest that you need. Now that we know, we can do what we need to do, okay? Because there's always that free will, that option that's there. Bottom of the deck, listen, solo journey, man. This is a journey for you. This is the journey that you are meant to take, okay? And it says, embrace solitude as a gateway to self-discovery and unseen horizons. Walk alone, seek anew. I don't know if some of you are feeling like you might leave somebody behind when it comes to something, or you don't want to feel like you're stepping out onto your own, what's the word? Like trying to push other people aside. And it's like, that's not what that is, okay? Because your journey is for you. I mean, even if you have a whole entourage with you, at the end of the day, your life is still your life. You're going to rise and fall on your own. Okay. You're going to be born and be deceased on your own. All right. So, with this in mind, with this solo journey, take the time that you need for you, because you are solely responsible for your own journey. Okay. Definitely asking for help when you need it. Like I say here with the support. All right. You don't have to bear everything alone. You don't have to do that. Stop losing sleep over stuff. All right. Don't regret on things, or stop losing sleep over regret. Just allow yourself to get into some type of mode where you're identifying where the problems lie, whether it's yourself or an external factor, and then shifting and transforming that structure, that foundation, to a point that is better fitting for where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do. All right. Underneath solo journey, we have Night's Veil. All right. So Night's Veil says, under the moonlight, hidden desire and fears quietly awaken. Face your inner self. Right. So there may be fears. We understand that there's going to be fear, especially when it comes to anything new. It might seem a bit unsettling, but growth, discomfort comes in growth. It's not called growing pains for nothing. All right. I've said that multiple times on this channel. But for this specific read, I felt like it needed to be reiterated, okay? Face your inner self. Do that shadow work that you need to do. This is a solo journey. It is up to you to make sure that you are reflecting on yourself, right? Then lastly, this says core graphs, which basically focuses on filtering the noise. All the things that you got going on in your head, I don't know if that, it seems like somebody got a lot on their plate that they're constantly thinking about over and over again. And I feel like this is just reminding you, take a breath. Take care of yourself. Self-care is the best care. So make sure that you are taking care of you initially, because if you're not taking care of yourself, how are you going to do all the other things that you want to do? If you eliminate yourself out of the equation, how are you going to do the rest? You feel me? Okay, so let's get a little bit of clarification with these cards and see if we can know a little bit more, all right? All right, let's see. Get one more shuffle in. All right. Spirit guides, ancestors, universe, divine, I ask for clear messages. Clarify new beginnings. What is new beginnings here? Okay, so we have the devil. Let me get one more. One more for new beginnings. New beginnings. Okay, and we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. All right. So I feel like, again, with the new beginnings and the seek new exits, I talked about cycles. I feel like with this one, someone is realizing what they are still attached to. What is it that's dragging them down? Maybe really anchoring them into a spot of stagnance. All right. But they're also seeking redemption within themselves. They're having this new beginning, this new way of thinking, of forgiving themselves, not sitting in shame and regret. Um, yeah, this is rising above problems, improvement, healing, recovery. Right. That's what this new beginning is, coming from whatever these unhealthy attachments or ways of thinking and, things that just was weighing you down. Being able to come out of that and forgiving yourself. All right. Bottom of the deck. Yes, the Fool. Walking that new journey, that new path, a new beginning. All right. What's mental mastery here? Tell me about mental mastery. Mental mastery. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords. Give me one more. One more for mental mastery. And we have, okay, the Magician. All right. So it looks like with mental mastery, there could have been some type of difficult choice that someone has to make, and they were unsure of what they needed to do. But I feel like now someone is being able to have the willpower that they need to create what they need to create. Because mental mastery, everything that's out here in this physical realm was at one point a thought, right? But we had to take that thought and create it into the physical realm. So, taking a dream and making it to a reality type of thing. I feel like this is what someone is doing. Something that was once a difficult choice, they're now being able to manifest things that they really want, really taking that initiative to create, to fundamentalize the dream, the desire that they have for themselves and where they're trying to go with something. All right, bottom of the deck. Yeah, bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands in reverse. So, this could have been something that was, maybe it was something that was a lot of responsibility on someone. Okay. Maybe at some point somebody just felt like they was ready to just break down from this because it was putting a lot of pressure, a lot of weight on them. But it looks like, instead now someone is allowing themselves to create, remembering that I have everything that I need to follow and do whatever it is that I need to do. All right. Now let's see. What's the support here? Tell me about support for the collective. I feel like also too with mental mastery, with this Two of Swords and the Magician, I also feel like someone is realizing that even though something might have been hard and they might have been scrambling and making certain decisions for themselves, instead now they're able to now make better decisions when it comes to something because they're able to now realize and have this new recollection of what I'm capable of, what I can do. Exactly the power that's within me, how I have the power to navigate my world as I need to and change my reality as I need to. Like that power lies within me, the individual. All right, so first off for support, y'all, we got the Queen of Cups. Give me one more. Okay, look at this. And the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like this could be for support where it says, don't bear the burden alone. I think for this one, someone is seeking some type of support, some type of counseling or therapy, or even some type of just like consultation on how to not only get out of something but stay out of something, whatever this is, so that we can move into this abundance, this elegance that's here, into this Nine of Pentacles. Okay, being able to be the independent individual that someone really wants to be here, and also their rewards, that their efforts being rewarded as well. Bottom of the deck. Okay, so we got the 5 of swords here. So I don't know if it says, it talks about competition, hostility, defeat, some type of conflict, battles and fights. I don't know if this might create some type of conflict for someone, or because you are receiving the support that there's now competition that's here. Someone could be feeling like it's way too much competition, and this is why they are seeking, that support, that guidance here. Excuse me, y'all. To be able to, build the wealth that they are trying to build for themselves. And wealth doesn't just have to be, money, whatever comes in abundance that you are seeking. All right. Okay. What is power play here? Now, this support and this help from this other person might definitely be a power play, which might be why some people are mad. Which might be why, because it might propel you and set you ahead further than other individuals. I feel like even people who might have been in something for years and you might not have been in it as long, but this support, this guidance from this Queen of Cups, I feel like somebody is going to be upset because this support, this guidance is taking you further than where they might have, where they might currently be at. And they might have some type of attitude about that because where they once thought you weren't competition, now you are, which means they got to step up their game too. All right, for power play, first thing out, we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, let's get one more. Okay, and we have the Page of Swords in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So I do feel like for some of you, this is dealing with work or something involving money. But again, take it as it resonates for you. That might not be everybody's story. However, I do feel like when it comes to the power play, I think that someone's breakthrough, this breakthrough that's coming, like I said, is going to make someone really frustrated. Okay. I feel like someone is going to maybe try to, play some type of mind game. Maybe someone having a little, a sarcastic, uninterested, type of attitude towards somebody because of this new path that's being taken, this breakthrough that's coming in. And somebody's going to be upset about this. But again, it's like, you've been putting in the work. You've been doing what you need to do. You got your efforts being rewarded here. You know what I'm saying? And you're doing what you need to do. So now things are being accomplished. Your ambition, your drive, you are pushing forward for what you want. And it doesn't seem like you're allowing anything or anyone to stop you, including yourself. So kudos to you on that. All right. What's sleep or stumble? Tell me. Oh, what was that? Okay, so we got strength in reverse. So some of you could be feeling, maybe a little self-doubt, maybe losing sleep because, like I say, pondering over some things like, is this going to work or is this going to stay? Like having that poverty kind of mindset, maybe from a long life or an extensive amount of time where there's been like a survival mode, that you kind of been in. But this could be making you, doubt things, not be in belief of things. But we got the 5 of Cups. You are not, 5 of Cups reverse. You are not allowing yourself to sit back on these losses that have occurred. Instead, you are allowing yourself to forgive yourself, to recover, to allow this happiness to return because you're not pondering over those things anymore. You're allowing yourself to move forward on this solo journey. You're allowing yourself to move forward. Bottom of the deck is the 3 of Swords. So for some of you, this could have been dealing with something that felt like, something you might have been separated from, that you might have been losing sleep about, maybe some type of betrayal that might, have happened with something that could have made you feel like, you had this low energy here. But at the same time, it's like, nah, I'm trying to achieve peace now. I'm forgiving myself. I'm forgiving people around me because forgiveness is for us, it's so that we don't have to keep pondering over things. So I feel like someone here is allowing themselves to forgive things, accept them as they are, and then move forward. Okay. Even though, yes, there may still be some heartache here with that. But at the end of the day, 4 wands. There's about to be some celebration, something coming together because you have allowed yourself to be resilient, to stand tough because you are close to success. All right? And close to success because of that mental clarity, y'all. That mental clarity that you got going on. Listen, despite the fact of something seeming like it was not recognized or was not, considered in some type of way at first, I feel like now you're not sitting back waiting on an approval for something. I feel like instead you are taking the initiative towards this new beginning, not allowing the cycle to continue and literally pushing yourself to get out of that state where you might have felt like throwing in the towel. Instead, you like, I can't give up on me. Not on me. You know what I'm saying? And kudos to you. All right. But that's what I got for you, the collective. All right. That's what I got. Again, please like the video, comment your thoughts down below. All right. Also share the video so that others can hear the message who might need to hear it, who might not have discovered LAVI program yet. All right, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. You can also follow me on Facebook as well as Instagram at LAVIprogramLLC. And again, follow that QR code if you would like to schedule your own tarot read or life coach session. I'm here when you're ready, all right? Let's get to work, y'all. Let's continue to pour into each other, okay? Thank you to all of my supporters, my subscribers, and my clientele. I greatly appreciate you. Y'all take care of yourself until next time. Bye, y'all.